There are four immutable laws that govern human nature. Most people will never understand these laws. But if you understand these laws and work within these laws, you will have a significant advantage over everybody else. The first law is that all humans, all animals, are programmed by evolution to look out for our own interests. Sure, some people will do things to help other people when they're not getting any kind of benefit, but nobody is going to spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of risk unless they are getting some kind of a benefit. Everybody is, according to Dale Carnegie, listening to their favorite radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? So if you want to start a conversation with somebody, if you want to create a relationship with somebody, think in terms of not leading with your desires, but leading with their desires. Find out what they want, and then present your idea to them in terms of what they want to make sure they know they're going to benefit. That way you can create mutually beneficial relationships where both people are benefiting, overlapping selfishness. This is the backbone of a healthy, non-corrupt economy. And the more of these overlappingly selfish relationships you can create, the better, and the more easily you'll get your needs met. The next law is that people will not rise to the occasion. People will fall to their level of training. We all have this fantasy that we'll see a fantastic opportunity and we'll bust out of our comfort zone and we'll show up with all kinds of mad skills to take advantage of any opportunity that we see, but that's not really true. We are creatures of habit. We love our comfort zone. We love what's familiar. And if you don't have the skills, you're not going to be able to take advantage of any opportunity. So start building your skills. Anyone who has achieved any kind of success has done so because they made a decision to build their skills over the course of their life. And the higher your skill level is, the more success you'll have. The higher your skill level is, the more opportunities you see. Because if you make a habit, if you make a point, if you make a decision to build some kind of skills every single day, you'll start to see more opportunities, because the act of building skills will shift your confirmation bias, and your pre-conscious processor in your brain will shift so you can see opportunities everywhere. But this requires that you are continuously building skills to higher and higher levels. Language skills, communication skills, thinking skills, debating skills, self-promotional skills. Whatever kind of skills you need to succeed, build those skills every day. The next law is that because of human laziness, we will expand to the level of constraints. Way back in the day when we were hunter-gatherers, we ate as much as we could whenever we could, but we were constrained by the amount of food we could get. So not a lot of people back then were very fat. But today, because there's no constraints on the amount of food we can eat, everybody's overweight. 2/3 of people in Western society is either overweight or obese, and all the problems that come with that, the heart disease and hypertension, etc. On the flip side, some people are constrained by internal constraints. There's a story of the elephant who, when he was a kid, he was tied up to a post, and he couldn't go very far because the rope was keeping him close to the post. But when he became an adult, they took away the rope, but he still stayed in that same distance to the post because he remembered that rope and he was constraining himself. So we're either constrained by external things, which today there's not much of, or we're constrained by internal things. So when you interact with somebody else and they're not doing what you think they should be doing, consider that maybe they have a whole lot of internal constraints that you're not aware of, and maybe they're not aware of. Another example of modern lack of constraints is that a couple of decades ago, women were significantly constrained by how they could make money, so they needed a man. They needed a man to get access to his income. But today, there's much less constraints. Women have a lot more capability to make a lot of money, so they don't need a man. So if you want a relationship with a woman, realize she will never really likely need you like women used to need men in the past, which means you need to give her something that she can't find somewhere else. You need to provide some kind of continuous value that she can't find somewhere else, and see relationships as something that requires consistent maintenance. A healthy body is hard to get and it's hard to keep. A healthy relationship is hard to get and it's hard to keep. It requires consistent maintenance. The final law is that humans are programmed with a strategy that says spend as little as possible, but get as much as possible. If you had a monkey in the wild looking at two trees, one had bananas here, one had bananas here, he's going to go to the shorter bananas, the lower bananas. Or if he sees two trees with two bananas at the same level, he's going to choose the level that has the most bananas. So all else equal, if we expend a certain amount of effort, we'd rather get more results for that effort than less results. If we're getting a certain result, we'd rather spend less effort to get that same result than more effort to get that same result. If you're buying a car, you want to spend the least amount of money. If you're selling a car, you want to sell it for the most amount of money, which means that whenever you talk to another human, understand that every interaction is always some kind of a negotiation, at least subconsciously. Now, a lot of these negotiating strategies have been programmed into us by evolution, so they come across as feelings and stuff when we're talking, but everything is a negotiation. Everybody wants to do as little as possible, but get as much as possible. So pre-frame your ideas so it comes across to them as having maximum benefit and minimal costs. And you can do this by leading with their desires. Go inside their brain, expand their desire mental map, find out what they want, and then present your ideas in terms of what they want. Keep this model in your mind whenever talking to people, and you'll have a much easier chance convincing people, being able to persuade people, even being able to seduce people to do what you want. So think about these two laws, think about these four laws, live these four laws, make sure you understand these four laws, operate within these four laws, and you will have a significantly better chance of being able to get what you want out of life. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe. If you'd like to learn more about how to improve your life, improve your communication, check out the links below. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.